Welcome back to the podcast. And today, me and Sai are going to go through what our predictions are for social media marketing in 2023. I'm really surprised I got the year right then, because I've thought it was 2023 for about 6 months now. So what we're going to do, the way we're going to do this is we've each got like 5 key points that we think are going to be big next year. I've wrote them, Simon's wrote his, we've not seen each other's. And we're going to read them off one by one and then see whether we agree or disagree or if we've both got the same stuff. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll kick us off because I've got a bit of a controversial one to start us off.
It's not
actually.
like you.
So I predict that longer form videos are going to make a comeback. Okay. And I'm not saying these, I mean, I was a bit of a sucker for this when I had my fitness business. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing some of your videos, whiteboard, 10 minutes long, talking, one shot, chuck it on Instagram, performed all right. Whereas now, obviously, we've seen this trend of short form content, anything over 30 seconds, dying a death. Mm-hmm. But over on TikTok, which is where a lot of the trends that start on TikTok do filter over to Instagram, now have 3-minute videos. Okay. So we've seen an increase on Instagram about 6 months ago where it was increased to 90 seconds videos. So I think Instagram is trying to sort of separate itself slightly from TikTok, although, a lot of things that work on TikTok seem to be working on Instagram right now. I do feel like Instagram is going to push the more long form content next year. I'm not talking like 12, 15 minute YouTube style videos, but I do think that we're going to see a trend in longer form content, which will mean maybe a shift in what we actually see on the platform. So we may see more like longer form vlog style videos or longer form tutorials, which for me personally and my content, I would love that, because trying to teach someone something in fucking 15 seconds is actually quite difficult. So that's my first one, is long form videos are going to make a bit of a comeback this year.
I've got something similar, but not quite like that. They did it with IGTV, didn't they? Like for a while,
they gave it a go,
was the thing. Yeah, but then why didn't that work?
Yeah, because it's the way that we consume social media content, our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
So how is that? What's going to change then with that to make that?
So when I say long form content, I don't expect 10-minute videos to be performing.
Right, you know what the problem for me is? I don't think it's going to be on Instagram, because Instagram is an app on your phone. And I don't feel like really people sit there.
No, yeah, you're right.
And they don't, it would have to be, for that to work, in my opinion, there would have to be a monumental shift in the way we actually use Instagram as an app.
Yeah, when I'm saying long form, I mean like less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still
because
think
you're
it's
like
a
me,
stretch.
you watch YouTube, you sit down and watch YouTube.
That's
on
what
TV.
I mean. So I'm in a different, when I watch long form content, when I go through long form content, I go with the intention of watching long form content. Like I know when I open it, I'm in a position to watch something that's between 5 and 10 minutes. The way that we use Instagram, like
on the toilet.
Not even that, because I think that's probably a good place where you could get away with a 5-minute video.
Well, it depends.
You know, when I was at uni, right, Lewis was just like well known for like getting distracted on the toilet and just like spending like half an hour. Like, you know, when like you can't feel your legs.
Yeah, I call it a death loop.
He'd have Pokemon on his phone or something like that. And like, he'd be like, right, we'll go in a minute, lads. I'm just going to go to the toilet. He'd be like, take your shoes off. We're not going nowhere for the next half an hour. Nah, I can't see it on Instagram. I've got something similar on mine, but not on Instagram, purely because I know how I use Instagram, and like it's out, like my phone's out and away. Like if me and Charlotte are out for a meal and like she's gone to the toilet, phone out. But I'm not going to watch a video.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or like if I'm waiting in like the queue at the Tesco like self-service thing, my phone's out in one hand. But am I going to watch a video?
No, you're not watching a 10-minute video.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm not really going to watch anything with a lot of sound either.
Yeah.
And I just think the way that we use the app, how fast it is, like open, close, open, close, open, close. I can't see it on that platform personally. I'll go with what I wrote because mine's sort of similar. I wrote, I think podcasts and YouTube will be very profitable for coaches if they're not already doing it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because I think actually those two things are quite underrepresented. I think sometimes coaches do podcasts a lot, but I think they get it wrong with the way that they do it.
Yeah, they just rock up and just fucking...
Yeah, there's no marketing tactic
there's
to
no
the
structure
podcast.
to it. Yeah.
So I think that podcasts and YouTube will become viable marketing tactics for people to have in place within their social media plans. The way I see, and this might be like an unfair thought, but like I see a lot of coaches do a podcast with their coach mates.
Yeah.
Like it's just a way to like get together and like have a chat. But I don't know. It never really seems to follow a format.
Yeah.
Or it never seems to. A podcast should still have all the ingredients that any kind of buy-in system should have. So it should have stuff that's like engaging. It should have stuff that delivers value, and it should have stuff that talks about, you know, what they do with their clients and the way that goes.
Especially in this industry.
Yeah. And I think a lot of them fall apart on that.
Yeah.
I've listened to podcasts of, you know, people that have come on as clients and I've just been like, kill that. There's just it's a waste of time because there's no thought process behind it. You're not planning anything. You're just jumping on a podcast with your mates every couple of weeks. So like, there's no value in there. And the other concern that I have with podcasts at the minute is it's just the timetabling and the consistency and like getting it every single week, like clockwork, or twice a week, or whatever cadence they put on it, and just the value and just getting the people in. Like it's the structure. Like a lot of these people, like they can't schedule 5 posts a week on Instagram.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't even be thinking about a podcast and a YouTube channel unless you've absolutely smashed the back doors out of short form content.
But I think that's then the next step, because one thing that I see that Instagram has a real issue with is it grows big audiences, but I think the time to purchase, if somebody only has Instagram, is actually a little bit longer than you would want, unless you're fucking brilliant at the platform. Like I think, you know, somebody finds you on Instagram through, you've done a reel and it's like popped off and gone viral, right? If you're selling low ticket, fair enough, all right? People will probably buy it just as a punt, right? But if you're selling something that's fairly expensive, I think if you just use Instagram, the time it takes someone to purchase is longer than you would want, I think, if you want to scale quickly. I think having somewhere else, once you grab that attention, and that's why I think YouTube and podcasts will do really well.
We're seeing it quite a lot of the recent sales for Kickstarter coming through from YouTube now.
Our time to purchase for a client has gone down quite a lot. So like before, we rarely got on calls with people that hadn't been following for a while. And now we're getting on calls and making sales with people who've been following us for like 7 days or less, because they've come on. And now that we've got the podcast and now that we've got the YouTube for people to just binge through, and they can, you know, like, and there's a time.
They probably watch 50 hours worth of content.
Well, this is what I mean. It's a time thing. I don't think it's like a calendar time thing.
Yeah, it's a time like, on time
it's like
in content.
Time watching you.
Yeah.
Like time in your world. And I think if you've got more time available for people to consume, people will very quickly either make that choice of, yeah, this is something that I want to do, or yeah, this is something that I don't, or no, this is something that I don't want to do. But I think it brings that time to purchase down a lot by having that long form content. And I think as coaches get better at gathering attention, because that's the issue at the minute, like coaches just don't get enough eyes on the product. Or, you know, coaches that struggle don't get enough eyes on the product.
Yeah.
Like, I disagree with what people say when they say like, oh yeah, you can build a business with a very little following. I mean,
you can build a nice little business.
You can build a business with a little following.
It's a lot easier with a big following.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if there are avenues available to you to skyrocket your following, I would recommend taking those avenues.
Yeah.
Because that's like saying, you know, right, we're going to put a billboard up for your program. Do you want your billboard going up in a cul-de-sac, or do you want it going up on the high street?
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, I don't know. Derek put his in a cul-de-sac and he does all right. You'd be like, yeah, but everyone else puts it on the high street and they do all right as well. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, but Derek said you can get away with it on a cul-de-sac. And I'm like, yeah, but you can get away with it, but it's, you know, it takes longer. It's more difficult. You have to be better at monetizing a smaller audience. For me, bigger audiences.
Yeah, 100%.
A bigger engaged audience of the right kind of people. Like obviously if the bots are just random.
Yeah, you can have a fucking big audience if they're not engaged, it's pointless.
But like all right, so put it this way then. The more engaged, the
Yeah.
more target market followers you have, the easier it will be to build your business. So when you say, oh, I know, I've worked with people that had 100,000 followers and had a shit business. I'm like, well, that's probably because they were like fitness models beforehand. So like their 100,000 followers were like people that want to buy the socks, not people that want to buy the training program. Yeah, but it is though. You know, like when people were young, especially like male and female fitness models when they were younger. So they just post stuff and like they get loads of people like, like doing the panty face.
Yeah.
Somebody put the panty face emoji on the top of this, the one that's like half red with the little sweat drip, like that. And you can tell, you can see it because when you go on the profiles, it's like one comment of like, I found this really useful. And then 19 comments of like Dave from Sussex being like, you're beautiful. I want to marry you. Slag.
Yeah, make a good OnlyFans account. Maybe not too much in the coaching.
No, but it's just because of the way they built the profile. But like, if you're using the tactics now and like using Reels effectively and growing it for people that want to see your recipes and your workouts and your life hacks and all this stuff, they're engaged followers. Like I would rather have fucking 40,000 of those than 4.
Yeah, 100%.
So like, so that I think that will continue to work. That trend of being able to gather massive attention very quickly, I think is going to continue. But the problem with that is that it can almost if you do too much of that content, trying to spike views, trying to get those ones that pop off that bring you in a load of followers, it can also water down your value as a coach.
Yeah.
Because you're here to coach, right? You're here to be like, I'm gonna change your life, not I'm gonna cook cheesy quesadillas in my air fryer.
Yeah.
Like, but there's a balance.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
balance.
not taking the piss out of it because it fucking works, but there is a balance. And I think using the platform for what it's intended for, I don't think Instagram wants I don't think it wants to be an educational.
Yeah, it's gone. When they did the IGTV, it had a go at the YouTube audience.
And I think it's tried it and has realised that it's not really the format for it. But I think that YouTube and podcasts are, if they're planned correctly, in the same way as you would plan a content like schedule. If you just go, oh, I'm going to do YouTube this week. What do you want to do? I'm gonna go see my nan this week. Do you want to film me go and see my nan?
Yeah, I think people don't realise how much goes into YouTube.
Well, I think they just don't. Yeah, A, they don't realise the actual task that YouTube is. But I think B is they consume YouTube. You need to almost consume YouTube as like things that you want. So like if you're an online coach, for example, and you use YouTube to help grow your business, you're going to consume business style, factual content, like, the stuff that we put out, like Hormozy. I know Tanner
Gary
does
V.
a fair bit.
Yeah.
Like, who's the other guy?
Gary V.
Gary V. But like, Gary V's is a little bit half and half now, but they watch YouTube like Sam and Billy in the Mummy Diaries, and then they think they need to YouTube that.
Yeah,
and
vlogs,
I'm like, no, people want to
yeah.
watch them because they're fucking millionaires on TV. Like, that's why they want to see that.
Yeah.
People don't want to see your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might, a little bit of it here and there helps build trust with them, but people want to see like that valuable educational content.
With YouTube stuff, vlog type content is.
Jacob stood up and looking at us funny. Is everything all right? Thought something had gone wrong then.
On YouTube, vlog style content just doesn't perform.
Unless you want to try and be a minor celebrity, unless you're going for like influencer style stuff. But for coaches with like 10,000 followers or somewhere between 5 and 10,000 followers, for example, I think would do well on YouTube.
Yeah.
If they do it right.
Yeah.
5 to 7 minute style educational videos that are edited quite well, that are lit very well, that discuss key topics that your audience want to know. Great.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Do 2 a week. Especially if you can get the editing time down. If you want to do like a massive production, YouTube feels like a rabbit hole to me. You can go as deep as you want.
Yeah.
You can either spend half an hour editing the video or you can spend 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Depending on how far you want to go. But I think a lot of coaches could get a lot out of it, and it allows you to have bingeable content that's going to bring that time to purchase down. So when you do have these reels that are popping off and bringing in massive amounts of audience, you've got somewhere to send them to then be like, oh shit, right. This guy, not only does he make good cheesy quesadillas in his air fryer, I made one the other week. It was actually pretty good. It's the first time I've ever done it.
I love a TikTok
went out and
recipe.
bought it all from Asda. And then it had refried beans in it and everything. Charlotte didn't like it. She said it was shit. But I quite enjoyed it. But like, they don't just look at you as that guy. They look at you as, all right, it's a really good coach with really good ideas.
Yeah,
and they speak to me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's that combination of the two things is going to be really powerful next year. For me, I think that's, if you wanted to have, maybe not perfect, because perfect would require a load of money and finance, right? But if you were going to have a very robust organic funnel, it would be good solid lead magnet, lots of other mini like resources that you can give away to kind of get people to trust you. One piece of long form that's maybe updated weekly or bi-weekly. All right. That, you know, after you've got kind of 12 sorted, you've got a good bank that people can binge through, and then using either Instagram or TikTok, or more than likely both, as like the top of the funnel and bringing new eyes in and drawing attention to your stuff. So drawing attention to either your lead magnet or your course or whatever that is. And I think that to me is probably the best route for organic content that's going to happen next year.
Yeah, 100%.
I think there's a void in the coaching space for YouTube. Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, well, we've seen it massively. Even when we were researching
none of them do it very well. Yeah. A lot of the guys that do fitness, that do YouTube, do it as an influencer.
Yeah.
Like they do like, oh, I'm going to go work out with this guy, which for some people like is great, but like,
you've got to have the
not
personality.
a lot of people want to watch Dave train with his mate.
No, yeah. But yeah, there's not a lot of educational fitness content on the platform.
No, especially, you know what? Especially if you've got a good niche.
Yeah.
If you do something like relationship with food, or, you know, perimenopause, or low testosterone, or, you know, something that you can really get your foot into, like these are specific problems that like the regular advice won't help you. You need this stuff.
Yeah, no generic shit.
That'd blow.
Yeah.
Like absolutely like go through the roof.
Yeah, it's just the same on short form as well.
Yeah, though short form, again, I think with some of those issues, it's harder to really get your teeth into.
Yeah.
That should be like the teaser content. And like, if you want to know more about it, this is where you need to go. And then people can get lost down. If you get people lost down a rabbit hole with your shit, you're winning.
Yeah, they're jumping on a call.
Yeah,
at some point.
you're gonna convert them into a customer as soon as they've got the money. And for a fitness offer, actually, for us, like it's a little bit different, because we don't also need to get people, like if we had a 300 to 400 quid product, we'd sell.
Oh yeah, we're trying
thousands.
to get people past that.
Yeah, so like we've got to give people enough content so they can actually implement it and get the business to a point where they can pay us. So like we don't really work with anyone that makes under like 2 or 3 grand, realistically.
But everything that we provide,
like the lowest way you can get coached by us is like 750.
Yeah.
So like if you've not got 750 available, we need to wait for you to implement our free advice for you to be able to get that 750.
Yeah, jump on that YouTube channel, hit those videos.
Like, 0 to 5K course.
There you go.
However, for fitness, you know, you're talking minimum like 600 quid for a 12-week program, maybe up to like $1,000. But like, it's not out of the realm of the majority of people. You just need to get the trust enough.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a much faster process of getting people through that buy-in system of getting to, you know, everyone says like know, like, and trust, but like, how do you create that? You create that by time in your world.
Yeah.
In the same way as like, if you meet someone, like the longest, that's why it's really weird analogy, but just coming in my head, right? You know, when you go on holiday and you meet people on holiday, or especially when you were younger and you meet people on holiday.
Where's this going?
You spend, but you do like, say when you were like a teenager, like, so you're on a family holiday and like, you know, like 13, 14 and like another family have got like 13, 14-year-old kids, right?
Best mate.
You spend every fucking day with them for like 2 weeks. So by the time you're there, you're like your best mates, like you're better friends than any of the friends that you've ever made before. But it's because it's time with someone. And I think it's the same with like the marketing aspects. It's the time that you spend in someone's world. So whether you spend 30 seconds with them every day, or you spend an initial 30 seconds with them and then you spend 5 hours with them on YouTube, I think it's a very similar process.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
You thought that was going south then?
No, I did. That was good. It was a good analogy. We'll put that in the bank of Steve's analogies.
I never went to like Magaluf or anything like that when I was younger.
Did you not?
Nah, never.
Oh, I smashed Malia about 4 years in a row.
I thought you were going to go different when you said smashed. I thought, Mrs. going to listen
That's another
to this.
conversation. My wife listens to this one. Right, okay. So long form content making a bit of a comeback. So we sort of semi-agreed on that one, didn't we? Yeah. Right. You drop us one this time.
Oh, I thought I gave you mine then.
No, that was mine.
I'll go first. Blogs and articles would be a powerful way of getting clients.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, I don't read. at all.
Yeah, but your don't is
Yeah, I
can't.
know. This is what I'm saying,
Like,
right?
You don't read because
Personally,
you can't read. Yeah.
I don't read anything. Right. This is actually quite. I make a bit of a joke about me being dyslexic.
No, yours
right?
is.
But this story is actually slightly embarrassing. So I've got a 7-month-old at the minute. So we're starting to read books with her, children's books, and I even find reading children's books difficult.
Did you ever use the coloured overlays when you were at school?
No,
Is there like
I didn't get any help with dyslexia.
What you might be able to do, there's certain colours that like help dyslexic reading.
I have seen them. But yeah, in terms of reading blogs and reading stuff, I use Audible and watch videos. It's why I got into video.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
When I first started in the fitness industry, I did Paul Mort's, I forget the name of it, Marketing Muscle in a Circle. So his big thing was daily emails.
I've done email domination, which I think was the second one after
it'd be
that.
something similar. And I started it, and you know, I obviously I struggle writing as well as reading, and I was just like, I'm just not getting on with this at all. I struggle reading it. It's stressful. I'm sending it out, and then people are sending me messages like it's fucking spelt wrong and shit, and doesn't make sense. And I was just like, I can't do that. I can't do it. It's just not in me. And I appreciate not everyone's going to be like me, but personally, so he said that's how I got into video. Is like, just do daily video then. I got on Snapchat early. That's sort of like where I built my first audience. So I started doing daily videos, and that's how
strange
I got in.
because now if you've got Snapchat, you're definitely a nonce.
Yeah, no, I'm not a nonce, believe it or not.
I think anyone over the age of 18.
I don't have a Snapchat account anymore. Let's just get one thing
I was
straight.
gonna say.
But at the time,
I don't want to be associated with any grown male that has a Snapchat account.
At the time, Snapchat, it was before Instagram stories. So as soon as Instagram stories came out, I went hard on Instagram. But at the time, I was making daily videos. But that's how I got good at video, was doing videos. So for me personally, I've never been in the realm of reading blogs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna on a personal level for me, I'll slightly disagree on that one, just because of I don't know too much about blogs.
Again, habits on social media, all right, and the way that you can get stuff out there. So when people are on a bus, for example, or on a train or things like that, again, I think written form content done in a nice way is easier to consume. The second thing is, I'm not an expert in this, by the way, but there will definitely be a way of making it work. Have you noticed, like, you won't because you don't read them, but like, if I click on one thing, you know, when you get the clickbait articles that come up on Facebook as like adverts.
What, like ones to make your fucking dick bigger in that?
No, mine are always either about United.
Oh, right. Oh, wow.
Star Wars. Or now at the minute, Game of Thrones.
Right,
for some reason. Like everything's like, I know the whole history of the Targaryen dragons because I clicked on one fucking article that was a recommended article. Yeah, I've got a dragon family tree on my phone.
I've got watches and jewelry because it's Christmas,
so this is what I mean, right? So like, they come up, people go down rabbit holes, and then so I click on one article in United, and then I'm like down at the bottom, and it's like, where will Cristiano Ronaldo go next? I've got to find that out. Another article.
Yeah.
Roy Keane said this about this United superstar.
Oh, you see, I don't.
Article number 3. Yeah, but I think a lot. I know it's not. I know you don't.
That shows how different we are.
Yeah, you don't do that, but I can end up 7 articles deep.
Yeah.
Like about the exact same topic.
Yeah, well,
because I'm baited from one to the other. They're only short. They're not massively long. They may be like 3 or 4 paragraphs. All right. But then at the bottom, there's like 3 other articles I can pick from, and they've all got clickbaity headlines. And I'm like, oh shit, maybe I need to find that out. And that, honestly, like I can lose like half an hour going through those articles.
I tell you what, we'll chuck that into a little Instagram reel. So comment below if you do that, how you consume those articles. Let's comment below and see who does that. Because it just shows how different we can be.
And I think if you could get that web set up. So if you just consistently put out like 1 to 2 articles a week with good clickbaity headlines, you could have that in that web. And then all you need to do is get in front of one person by targeting the right ad, have it come up on, it comes up scrolling. It comes up on websites. If you're on websites and there's an advert, I think it's Google that do the ads, but like, or like partner websites or something like that, that shows like, I'm not a massive ads person. We have people that do that inside the program for us, but they come up, right? And headline's good enough and it's about something you're interested in. You click it and you're 6 articles deep. And if the articles are all about a specific person or a specific program, you know, written by a specific thing, you're in that world. You've read 6 of their articles already. And I think that is going to be a way of people that write very well.
Yeah.
To get their content across.
Yeah.
And to gather a lot of eyes onto their stuff. Like SEO on blogs, we found actually still works really well with some clients that do them. It's just doing them.
Yeah.
It's just being in that format. But people, I think, are now wasting their time doing written posts on Instagram.
Yeah.
When it's absolutely dying a death.
Yeah,
and I think if you really like that stuff, that's fine. There'll always be a place for it.
Yeah.
But I think those places and blogs and articles and things like that are going to be the place.
Yeah. If you are good at writing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But if you do enjoy writing, and you
also,
are good at copy.
if you are good at writing, the people who write the best scripts for videos.
That's one of my points.
Are the best writers.
Yeah, that's going to be one. Oh, you've ruined it now, so I might as well do that point.
Sorry, do that one. When you jump in this one then.
Copywriting for socials, or people who do copywriting are going to become script writers.
100%. We've been doing it with Josh recently.
Josh is really good.
Sick.
Josh is a really, really good. So like, if you don't, Josh is our copywriter in the program. And Josh is trained by Mike Samuels, who used to do all of my copy for my fitness business in GRT, but Mike's way too expensive. He's not, he actually doesn't take on like single projects like ours anymore. But kind of Josh was trained by Mike, and he was already a client of ours, like for his fitness business, and his copy was really good. He's written a load of scripts for our course now, like thank you page scripts and VSL scripts and all of that stuff. That anything you need to film a video for, we've got a script for it that you can edit, and it just makes the whole process so smoother. And I think that will become a key point, because copywriters, I think, are having quite a sucky time. Yeah. Maybe on clients that, to be fair, I think they're having a sucky time in general, because I think video ads work better than copy ads now as well, especially with Instagram placements. Yeah. Like an Instagram placement ad, you don't even see the copy usually. It's just the video. You have to click on it to even see the copy.
Yeah. I think people don't realize how much copy plays into even short form video, because I mean, I've obviously I mentioned that my dyslexia, I can't write out scripts, right? Yeah. So when I make my video content, I do my video content, bullet point,
but
read
to be honest, the most engaging copy.
Yeah, that doesn't work for 95% of the people, right? Most people that we work with, when we're getting them to create video content, whether that's for social media or whether it's for ads, script the videos out fully. Right. So if you're good at copywriting, you should be good at making video content. You know, the skills do pass over.
Well, it is, because I think the best copy is written as people speak. Yeah. So like you have like an actual functional problem with writing, but like if you didn't have dyslexia, you'd be a fine writer, because you can do a video. Yeah. And if you can do video content, you can write. And the same way, the opposite way forward, like, because you kind of compose.
You're telling a story.
Yeah, you compose the video in your head, and then you tell
just
the
can't
story.
Write it out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's a logistical issue of your brain more than it is like you don't have the skill set. It's that you don't have the motor skills to be able to pull it off. But like, for me, I think that's going to be a big shift in people, like, because I've seen some copywriters come into the industry now, right? Not real copywriters, not like proper OG copywriters, but like,
people that maybe
I'm a coach's copywriter, right?
They've been
it's fucking terrible. Honestly, some of the quality of work is fucking shite. Yeah. Like, I helped them plan. What they are doing is helping people come up with offers, but that's not really copywriting. That's coming up with an offer. And a lot of these like emojis, this is what you'll get, this is what you'll get, this is what you get. But that's base level. That's really base level copywriting. There's no emotion involved. There's no really digging into pain points. It's just making something sound attractive, which is basic level copywriting. It's not, I don't look at anyone's offer at the minute. Like when they do these offer posts that a lot of like copywriting coaches are doing, I never look at them and think, fuck me, that's brilliant writing that. And I appreciate good copy as well.
Yeah.
I go on some sales pages and I'm like, that's fucking great. Like really, really good. But I think that, you know, the coaches that are getting into it now that are good at copy will end up like scripting video content and things like that, because I think that's what's going to work really well moving forward.
Yeah.
And I don't think people have made that link sometimes yet, that like if you can write a good piece of copy, you can script a good video, and it's just actually the delivery format.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, I think for me, reading is a skill. Not reading like reading, but reading out loud. Reading out loud is a skill that I think a lot of people need to practice if they're gonna make that next step. Now, like, it's hard to freestyle stuff. I can freestyle videos because I freestyled being a science teacher for about 4 years, and I made it up as well.
You know, I've been a fitness videographer for nearly 6 years now. There's no one that freestyles a video that how you can. So, and I wouldn't suggest to anyone else watching or listening to this video to freestyle.
No, but that's because the majority of my adult life has been public speaking.
Yeah.
Whether you count public as like an event or whether you count public as 30, 40-year-olds, I'm still public speaking.
Yeah.
And doing assemblies of like whole year groups, like 200 kids in a fucking room.
Yeah,
like
it's just repetition.
Yeah, it's just getting comfortable with it. And I think that that's a skill that a lot of people don't practice enough either.
Yeah.
Is if they sound robotic the first time they read from a script, they just stop it and they just start making it up as they go along. Mm-hmm. And actually, it's a skill to be able to see it, compose it in your head, and then say it in a natural way without it sound like you're reading. And like, I remember when I had English teachers in school, right? They're brilliant fucking readers. Brilliant read. They'd read as a book and you'd almost feel like you were in it. And they'd do the voices and all of that stuff of the different, or they change the voice at least for like different characters.
Yeah.
That is a skill.
Yeah.
That's a skill that like takes time to develop. Like, and you're not going to have to fucking do character voices. Maybe sometimes in certain kind of videos. But for the majority of the fitness industry, you're not going to need to do character audios. But what you are going to have to do is look at a camera and look at a teleprompter or look at a script and be able to read it, but like compose yourself and relax and while you're doing it, and have tonality and use body language and kind of chill out a little bit when you do it. We had a client once that we got a set of ad stuff done for, and it was catastrophic. So he was complaining like, oh, the ads look shit. And I'm like, I was on the warpath me at the time. I was about to ring up the videographer and be like, fuck have you done? Like, they've said all the videos are useless. And like, rang up the videographer, said, what did you come to do? Like, the exact videos that you asked us to do. And I'm like, what, down to the T of like what I needed to say? Yeah, mate, I'll send you over the files and you can decide for yourself. And the issue is just that the person was so like uncomfortable reading that the video looked uncomfortable. Yeah. It was so like robotic and forced and like just rigid and just not what you'd want out of a video. But I was like, dude, like this is, the guy's done his job. He give you the script, he's filmed the videos, he's tried to get you relaxed. He even mentioned like the guy was really, really like tight of being on video, like dead self-conscious, like really struggled with it. And I just said like, bro, like you're just gonna have to practice getting better at it. Like,
and you will get better. You'll get, the more you do video content, the better you will become at doing video content.
We see it all the time when we bring clients in here to do the podcast, like the first few minutes. That's why I talk a lot in the first few minutes. Yeah. Because they can kind of like, okay. But then by the end of it, like they're just having a normal conversation, and probably coming here and doing a podcast is the first time they've probably ever seen themselves relax on video. Yeah. Because everything else is probably very like, if you want to lose weight and you do this, and it's very like shouty and like aggressive, because I don't know why. I think that's people's default setting when they like
shit, I need to get it out as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Or like just dead robotic. And it's learning to chill out for video content, I think, like learning to be natural.
Yeah, learning to be normal in front of camera. And it's a thing that it's quite a normal thing now. Like, you know,
I
like
see some of our ad stuff that we've done right, and I can almost pinpoint like within the first 15 seconds of the video, I'm like, I'm wound up. I chilled out there. And it's when you just see me just go, so, right, the stuff that we then, and you can see my whole body language change and the tone of my voice change. And when we first started doing like ad videos, the first one was like, and if you want to make £10,000 a month as an online coach, here are the 3 things that you need. It was so like, it was, and that's someone that like is really
Yeah, it's just
like,
because it was a new style of video.
Yeah, supposedly like really good on video,
Yeah,
but because I'd always freestyle my videos, and for the ad copy, you want to do certain things at certain times and be kind of specific.
They're the only videos that we've used teleprompters for.
Reading off a teleprompter for me was like something that I had to like. I have the skill because I've read to audience before. Yeah, but like it was understanding that like I've got to read but talk without reading at the same time, and it's just it will take practice for a lot of people. But if you can get good with that, that's how you'll. Because I always think like, reading stories is good if you're a good reader, because if you're a good reader, you almost like make the story in your head as you read it. So if you've got a good imagination, if you're creative, if you read well, if you've had a background of reading as a kid, I think that you can read and create the picture in your own mind. Yeah.
If you're
not a good reader, I think you struggle to do that. And unfortunately, like, not a lot of people are great readers.
Yeah, I really struggle with the teleprompter.
Yeah, but like even just like, no, I mean, as in like, you know, if you write something, for example, very well read, like high IQ, high reading age people will be able to read it and paint the picture of like the emotions and the feelings and stuff like that. Within the fitness industry, unfortunately, a lot of the people that you'll generally work with have a reading age that's a lot lower than you think. I don't know what I used to know all the stats when I was a teacher of like what the average reading age of an adult was. But like, I'll tell you right now, the average reading age of children is a lot lower than their actual age should be. Obviously there's a bell curve, some are above it, some are below. But like, you would be surprised how many actual adults. And that's why our fitness copy used to work so well, is because I was so used to speaking to children, 11 and 12 and 13-year-olds about biology, that it was quite easy for me to then speak at an 11, 12 and 13-year-old level to an audience about fitness. And that's why people got it, because I explained it as if I was explaining it at that reading age, even when I wrote it. And I think that's something that coaches need to understand, is that when you write stuff like that, however, when somebody tells you a story, when someone's speaking to you about a story, the tonality of the voice and the way that they use the hands and things like that, like it buys you into the story. Like, people remember that you've been read bedtime stories a lot longer than you've read them yourself.
Yeah.
I don't remember being read a bedtime story, but I'm sure I was at some point. I remember being in primary school and we all sat around and like our teacher like read us books. Like the first Harry Potter book was read to me. Then I still thought Hermione was called Hermione for like 2 years.
Don't know
what,
Hermione.
When it came out on the film, I was like, what? They said that wrong. I'm right. Get JK on the phone. Joanne. It's Hermione, right? But I think that is a skill that, so storytelling on video, I think, is going to be a skill that like people are going to learn to develop very well.
Yeah.
Rather than just jumping around on TikTok.
Right. Next one. Another little controversial one. Right. So I'm seeing the need of videographers changing.
Changing to what?
Changing. Right. Hear me out on this one. So we've mentioned this before. All right. Okay. So, you know, if you're just starting off in the fitness industry, you can make videos yourself, right?
Agreed.
You don't need to be hiring out a videographer right now. But what I am seeing is a bit of a shift in the need of the videographer for video, right? So what I'm actually seeing now in the industry, because obviously I'm in the videographer industry as well as the fitness industry, is a lot of videographers now switching their sort of business model to remote editing, right? Because
I get that.
Creators or coaches, even coaches that are doing fucking big numbers, are actually enjoying creating the content themselves.
You should, if you're going to be
it's the editing that takes the time. That's the thing that takes the most amount of time. You know, we have a full-time editor that just edits Steve's YouTube content. That's how much time videos take. So I'm seeing a big shift in the need of someone to come and do videos for you, drop in, and the need for help in editing the footage, because I think personally it's much easier to learn to get good at video than it is to learn how to get quick at editing. It's very difficult to get quick at editing.
Yeah, because the standard of editing is actually quite low, right?
Yeah.
Like You don't need
it's
you
not-
don't need to duplicate the person
No.
and have like mad transitions
not rocket
and
science.
like loads of
It's not-
animation.
it's actually something you can
Mind-numbingly
it's
boring.
actually something that you can quite easily teach your partner, brother, little sister to edit your videos. So we know how long it takes to make a standard, whether it's a tutorial, talking head with captions, graphics, all that stuff. It's around 40 minutes a video, right?
What, for a reel or for a video?
No, for a reel, right?
40 minutes per reel.
For a reel, regardless of what it is, whether it's got screen overlays or whether it's a talking head video with captions on and CapCut, whatever. It's around 40 minutes per video.
What about a YouTube video?
YouTube's a lot longer. Like,
how much?
Well, for instance, one of your YouTube videos takes about 6 hours. to
Fucking
make.
hell, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's got graphics, it's longer. Yeah, but we're talking short form content here because that's what the majority of people who are watching this are going to be making short form content. So we're looking at around 40 minutes per video. Now, if you want to really grow on social media at the minute, you're looking at 10 videos a week, 15 videos a week, 21 videos a week. That's a lot of editing. Yeah, that's
probably about an hour a video, I reckon. Then
yeah, if you can get it to 40 minutes.
Depends how fast you are, right?
At the start, yeah, you're probably right. This is how long it takes my editor to do a short form video. Is 40 minutes.
No, I mean,
yeah.
I was like adding the filming time on. I reckon if you probably take into account
adding the filming time,
planning and filming.
Yeah, I was just talking about the edit there. So yeah, if you're talking about filming and planning, you're probably talking more like an hour and a half. Yeah,
I reckon if you batch it, probably about an hour per video.
Yeah, but the actual filming doesn't take that much time. The editing takes a lot longer. So I'm seeing a big shift in the need of videographers and more of a need of editors. Yeah, so it's something that you can teach someone to do quite easily, is to edit your videos. You can't teach anyone to be in your video for you. That's not something that you can outsource, right? Having a videographer film your videos isn't going to save you any more time than making them yourself. If anything, it's probably going to cost you more time.
So in my opinion, then here's the divergence that videographers have got to make. They've either got to take a step back and just be an editor and be happy sat at the computer doing video edits.
Yeah, or target higher.
Or they've... Nah, because
you wouldn't fucking make your videos.
No, I wouldn't. No, but I actually, to be fair, probably don't need a professional to come to my house and do it either. I could probably get one of the lads to turn up and bung them a couple of £100 a day, if that, even, and have them sit there with the fucking camera, right? But this is what I mean. So then the next step forward, realistically, has got to be like artistic direction. Like, they're the two choices you've got. You either take a step back. A man with a camera at the minute is worth fuck all. Yeah. Right? Because you're not bringing really any amazing equipment to the table that's better than a phone. There's nothing that you're going to, I don't have it in my house because I just don't. But I could buy a softbox. Yeah. And it wouldn't, it's a one-off purchase. To be fair, I could probably buy all the camera as a one-off fix. Yeah. And then just be like, right, like Otis, come to my house.
No, 100%.
But so that you've either got to take a step back and do all the editing, because I think that's a step back for most videographers, right? To just be an editor. Yeah. Or, not that there's anything wrong with being an editor, but a lot of them are videographers because they don't want to be editors, right? Or you've got to take the step forward and you've got to understand social media marketing and trends better than the people that are paying you are going to. So you can turn up and be like, right, let's plan I've got some plans for what I think you should do. These are some things that are working right now. These are some these are some of your competitors and this is what's working really well for them. You almost have to do that analysis and come to them with like a proposal. Like, in the same way as like ads, for example. If I want someone to run my ads, I'd only pay them like a couple of £100 a month. I'd be like, I want this campaign running, this, and this. Go away and set it up. All right. It's not a monkey in a typewriter job, but like, it's not a million miles off. It's a very repeatable process. Yeah. However, if I go to someone and I say, what are the best ad campaigns to run right now? What are the things that work in? What's going to get me the lowest cost per lead? What's going to do this? That's obviously much more valuable because that's not only implementation, but the strategy. Yeah. And I think that is probably where a videographer is going to... If you're a videographer at the moment that turns up with your camera and he's like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, 90% of videographers are
I don't know because I've worked with very little of them. But like, if you're a videographer that turns up and is like, what do you want to do? you're essentially like one step away from that coach just paying one of the mates who needs a bit of pocket money to be like, you just come up and fucking make sure the camera's pointed right, make sure my phone's right.
And that's been a big change, because what was popular with why you would hire a videographer would be to make like cinematic B-roll sequences, ripping your top off. That's what was popular on Instagram 3 or 4 years ago. That's not what's popular on the platform anymore. So like the business model of a videographer changed massively while I was when that was sort of like where the direction that we were going. You know, we moved more down the planning the content, filming the content, editing the content.
Although, what was that? Somebody wrote a little paragraph on one of your posts the other day about needing a videographer or not needing a videographer. Forgot who it was.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I said something.
Yeah, she was a videographer. I can't remember.
No, it was a bloke.
No, it was a girl.
No, there was a bloke that I had a conversation with on your...
Oh, no, yeah. No, he's not. He's a coach that enjoys creating content himself from his camera, but yeah.
Well, he made a big deal about like, I've never had a videographer and we've done this and we've done that.
Yeah.
I just, because he was I think he was quite old. I think he was like mid to late 40s. I just don't argue with people in the mid to late 40s because they're never going to understand that I've done more in 2 years of this industry than they've done in the whole lifetime. They don't like that.
Yeah.
So like they're never going to listen to me because I'm fucking 30 years old.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's you know, with content, it's about volume. Hiring someone to do the video, the recording side isn't going to save you time. Hiring someone for the editing will save you time. So that's why I see a bit of a shift going.
Yeah, I think getting a content editor will be something that actually a lot of coaches end up doing.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a business there for someone.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If they could find a load of outsourced editors and give them processes and quality assurance and standards and turnaround times and have a little team, you know, that makes it quite affordable. Say it's like, I don't know, for one video a day, maybe 500 quid a month or something like that. I don't know whether that matters.
No, it's you know, we're doing a lot of work with the CEO a lot about making that process.
Hiring your own.
Making that process.
That will be a step that a lot of them
making that process from getting idea onto a platform as smoothly and as quickly as possible.
But I think definitely like hiring a video editor.
Yeah. It's
a reasonable cost-effective video editor. But if you said to me like, I'll edit a video a day for 500 quid or 2 videos a day for $1,000, just short form, not like ad or anything like that. Like I'd be like, it's definitely worth $1,000 for me to be like doing lead gen or like taking more sales calls or doing more actual, you know, it's not, especially stuff that I'm not very quick at as well. That probably takes a computer that's probably a bit more powerful than mine. Yeah. That has certain programs on it that mine doesn't. Yeah. Like if you add all that stuff up.
Yeah, they are. My editors.
I think that's going to be part. Say you've got like, say you do like 10 to 12 grand a month, right? I think, you know, if you're going to put your money in the absolute best way to help your business to scale, like as in to get enough shit out to like move it forward. Obviously, you're going to need help. Like somebody to tell you what to do, like mentoring, like that's always a given.
That's a given, yeah.
But I think for actual staff that work in the business, I think having an appointment setter in the account to like generate the conversations and get the calls booked for you, and a content editor, and a success coach. Yeah. I think are the 3 things that as a coach are going to buy you back the most time. Your success coach will handle all your customer service with your clients day to day to make sure that every single client, every single day is, you know, held to account to doing the nutrition and the training and stuff like that. That buys you back an absolute world of time. That opens up your whole day. Apart from actually doing the check-ins, then you don't need to worry. You just need to speak to your fucking success coach instead of speaking to every single client. A lead generator will buy you back however many hours that you pay for the lead generator. But let's say, for example, like if you're paying them, if they're good and they're hitting target, £15 an hour, they're probably going to do about 22 days a month. So maybe 30, what's that? 660, 700 quid a month. I think is fair for a couple of hours a day, 2 hours a day, you know, even more, 1,200 and $1,000 for a content editor. That's maybe call it 1,000, 1,000 and 500 quid for a success coach. All right. $2,500. Your business can literally fucking turn out so much stuff. Yeah. That's 2 videos a day of content. You only need to batch it once. You could do that in one day. You could literally film that in one day. All your content done for half a day.
That'll take your
realistically for
editor
filming.
8 hours to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But for you,
Yeah.
you know,
don't have
that
to
time
spend-
save is massive.
Yeah.
It'll that combination of those 3 people will buy back all your time during the day from messaging back and forth with clients. It'll buy back at minimum like 2 hours a day of lead generation. If you go for say you pay him $1,000, you probably get 3 or 4 hours a day. That should book you 2 calls a day if you're doing it right. That's way enough to make your business grow. That's a sale a day if your sales process is decent. Maybe even more if your sales process is good, right? 22 new clients a month, done, and enough content, 2 posts a day to generate all those conversations. Fuck me, for like $2,500.
Saved a lot of time.
That would be like if you said you're only allowed 3. If I was a fitness coach, right, and you gave me a budget of 2.5, mentoring aside, because I wouldn't even know where to fucking put the money if I didn't have someone telling me what to do in the first place. I would now, obviously, but that's because I've already paid and done it. But like, yeah, if you give me $2,500, if you said to me, right, for out of 10 grand a month, 2.5 grand, and you can buy back all of that time, trade you every day of the week.
Yeah.
Absolutely every day of the
They'd
week.
make good top trunk cards, wouldn't they?
Yeah, every single day of the week.
Yeah.
And that would allow you probably, that's you up until you got your first coach.
Yeah.
Essentially. They're the only hires you would need.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's one of the reasons why finding your own people and training them is much more effective than using agencies.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like agencies you pay a premium for. So like a VA agency for an hour a day will charge you like 500, 600 quid. But it's an hour a day.
Yeah.
For 500, 600 quid, you could actually get double that. And if you wanted to get 2 hours a day, you're probably going to be looking at $1,000.
Yeah.
But if you were paying the lead generator directly £15 an hour, you would get 4 hours a day for that.
Yeah.
So you're going from having it all sorted and you just having to work with the lead generator on skilling them up and doing meetings to actually, paying the same money, but only having 2 hours sorted and you having to do 2 hours anyway. Yeah. 2 hours a day, 5 days a week for a business owner who's got a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
It's a big time sink.
Yeah. 100%.
That just means that we need to get a video editing team in place or find some sort of pipeline where our clients can get video editors from.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to find a good source.
Yeah. They are very few and far between.
And what we need to do is we need to put together, you know what we really could do? Put together training portals for training an editor. So if you've got a mate who's pretty handy with computers, you could do with an extra $1,000 a month.
We're sort of doing something similar with Barry at the minute.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Make sure you film all of that so we can reuse it.
Recorded,
Fuck for that.
We're on it.
Yeah. Because that I think is what. So in our program, like CEO is about getting them to 10K.
Yeah.
The step after that needs to be, we do a success coach before that because it helps alleviate some of the time. But the steps after that need to be editor. I think that's a really big cornerstone.
Yeah, it is because it's the barrier that like
stops you scaling your content out, doesn't it?
So Barry, Paddy, Stu, yeah, that their barrier now is.
Aaron McDonald on Kickstart will probably be moving to CEO really, really soon.
Yeah,
he's gone from like nothing to $5,000 in his first month.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of followers.
Yeah, their barrier is.
Yeah, because his content pops.
Yeah, when if we're asking them,
but like
for
Quinn,
more,
for example, probably spends a lot of his time editing.
Yeah, it's the editing. So yeah, that was my next thing. So do you want to drop one?
Paid ads will be a cornerstone of anyone around 6 figures or more.
Yeah,
I think people got away from it.
It's not been prioritized.
I think people have tried to use it in the wrong way. So like, for me, if we try and go add to book a call to buy our program, it fucking wrecks our margins. Like it wrecks the margins because we have to spend so much to get a cold lead on the phone to show up to then pay whatever program, depending on whether it's Kickstarter, CEO, when they don't really know us or trust us. It's a bit much. Yeah. However, what we've done, so I've spent for my whole business probably around 20 or 30 grand, okay, on ads. Let's say 30 just for ease, right, of actual ad spend. Bearing in mind that now we've probably turned over 4 and a bit million since we started. So that's like less than 1%. Probably even less than that.
Yeah.
Like less than 0.1. My maths is failing.
No, I don't know why you're looking at me to figure that out,
that's a
mate.
good point.
Fucking hell.
No, 10% would be 300 grand. Yeah, 1%.
Yeah.
1%. So
I mean, that was quite an easy thing to work out.
I
but struggled
know.
with that.
It's late in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Just a bit less than 1%.
Oh, right. There we
Yeah,
go.
it's like point. Oh, is it 0.25?
30 grand divided by 4 million.
Yeah,
Quick maths.
quick maths. He's got a fucking calculator over there. He's got his phone out. Is that one of them that cheats on a pub quiz? Twat. Yeah, because you barred for cheating on the pub quiz. Yeah, so like that's, you know, reasonable. Whereas a reasonable ad spend would be like 5% turnover. Aggressive would be like 10%, right? So we're comparatively really, really low. If you think about the amount of money we've made, like 30 bags is fuck all. So, but I reckon about 15 grand of that has been in the last 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So half of that whole ad spend has been in the last 3 months. And that combined with the YouTube, we've gone from, I think about 130, 140 grand a month to like 170, 175. We'll probably do more this month, right? We're above target for where we should be. That's a big swing. And I think that's purely down to we had really good processes, but we were just ripping through because we have like 2 lead generators, like hitting target, like working very well at the minute, like Ellie and Chloe are doing a really good job. We just need more people.
Yeah.
More people in the pipeline. And I think that filling the top of that funnel, getting the ads and getting them into the business builder for us has made a massive difference because we've got more people following the Instagram. We've got more people doing the business builder and getting in the Facebook group.
On the
and
courses.
then, yeah, exactly. Like it's been a massive help for us.
It's buying people into the ecosystem.
So I think like anything, like ads have always been like, you've got to have a good product.
Yeah, you can't
But I
just
think
you can't chuck an ad up and expect someone to sign up.
So I think if you've got great organic processes, it will really, really push things forward. If you go top of the funnel, if you go for eyes on a lead magnet or on a free course, or I don't like low ticket offers for coaches doing less than like 40 grand a month because I think it pushes away potential clients that you probably would just want to monetize. Because I think the money that you make off a low ticket offer, you don't make any money off a low ticket offer. You just liquidize some of your ad spend.
Yeah.
I'd rather just get used to getting rid of your ad spend and have more leads. At least like until you get to big boy numbers.
Yeah.
So for me, like, I don't think a lot of coaches are running those effectively. Like I see a lot of coaching ads for like, buy my shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very much
Sign
like,
up
hey, I'm
today.
running this program. It's this. I'm looking for 5 people. And I'm like, I've never seen you before. Like,
worked well about 5 years ago when
Yeah.
you could chuck up a before and after photo.
so I think now you should be paying people to get into your world, not
Yeah.
to buy your program. And then you've got to do your process. And again, that's why I think having a YouTube where people can rabbit hole.
Yeah, email
and
list.
but email again, but email's only like one touch point.
Yeah.
I think having something that they can binge
Yeah.
will always still work really well because it will just really reduce that like time it takes someone to buy and trust you. It's something that we do with our CEO clients. So when people get over 6 figures, like this steadily over like 8K a month recurring, the ad campaigns that we run and the things that we run, you really need about 500 or 600 quid to get started. This is why having a niche is important as well, because if you have a good niche, your ad costs will be lower because you're not fighting against Joe Wicks.
Yeah, yeah.
You're fighting against like everyone that coaches these particular people, which is a smaller pond. If you're doing like a generic fat loss offer, fucking turn your ads off now until like February because they're fucking useless.
Yeah, gone.
The big boys are in town around like Christmas and January time.
Black
like,
Friday.
Yeah, exactly. Like any coach who like just launched a Black Friday offer with an ad is the silliest person in the world.
Yeah.
Because unless you're going to put a huge budget behind it, or you've been collecting data with other ads for months and months and months and months, and you've got everything really narrowed down. If you're just like whacking it on and being like, yeah, women and fucking this and this age,
Won't get seen.
you're never going to see it. Not when Argos are in town and stuff like that. Imagine the budget that they've got. Even like, fitness, like Gymshark, and imagine the budget that they put on Black Friday. It'll be massive.
Huge.
And
JD.
it's a bid thing, right? You're bottom of the pile. But I think that having a year-round ad strategy of consistently filling the top of your funnel, so that keeps it fresh. I think that will be something that works really well. So like people just standardly allocating 600 to 1,500 quid a month, depending on the revenue of the business, to just keep fresh eyes coming in.
Yeah.
I think that will be something that works really well for coaches going forward, because the problem was, right, there's just a lot of fiddliness, or there was a lot of fiddliness with like setting up like the conversions, like, so basically like, like you got a landing page and a thing, like log in where all the button clicks are that you want people to take, and then Facebook like reading it and understanding it. Facebook actually has a thing called like a lead form where people just put the details in. All right. And it's really well optimized because it keeps everyone in Facebook. The old problem used to be that like the quality of leads would be terrible. Like it'd be like every Tom, Dick and Harry, like, oh, I'm a photographer.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never owned a camera in my life. Like, why the fuck did I download the course? It was, I don't know, it's free.
Yeah.
Like the targeting was really bad.
Yeah, the algorithms got better.
It's getting a lot better now. So like our lead quality off our leads ads is really, really good.
Yeah.
Like I would say that we're getting at least a very, very bare minimum 5x on our ads. Bare minimum. And that's the stuff that I can directly attribute to it. We're probably getting way more like that we can't track. We need to get that UTM code sorted. But like indirectly, we're probably actually getting a much better like return on ad spend. And if you're getting more than 4, for me, it's worth it.
Yeah.
For me personally, like if you get more than four times ROI, it's worth running. And I think that will be something that helps a lot of coaches move forward. Like especially the ones that like struggle to build an audience.
Yeah.
That are good coaches that have those, good lead magnets and things like that. That will be a big thing.
Yeah, 100%. Right. So my last one is I see, and I have seen this over the past like 12 months, I see this new era of fitness influencer coming, right? Because it's been so, there's two things here, right? So over the past 18 months, it's been a lot easier because of short form video content to grow on the platform, right? So we've seen a lot of like people who had small audience, like good coaches that have like had their accounts blown up and, they've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000 followers, right? So that's the first thing. It's been easier to grow on the platform. And when I'm talking about this new era of fitness influencer, because when I got into the fitness industry, fitness influencers were just sprouting shit and selling shit, right? Whereas now, this new era of fitness influencers that I'm seeing come through are a lot more business savvy, right? And
agreed.
They're not sprouting and selling shit.
Woke fitness culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woke fitness culture is here.
So I think
people
this
have
is
said calorie deficit that much that like the general population now know what it means.
They know about it, right? So I think the public have become more aware of shit, right? And now we have this new breed of online coach, which I attribute to the ease of growth on the platform and probably because of COVID, a lot more people going into.
because of certain people as well, because of
James Smith has been
James Smith, body coach, what's his face? Joe Wicks.
Yeah.
People that even Courtney Black to an extent, even though she did all that stuff in the past. People are the kind of the Wild West situation has died off a little bit. People have been calling that out so much that actually people are very
People
careful.
can't put out shit now because they get called out on it.
Go on, finish what you were saying because I've got a point on this.
Yeah, so these people selling these fucking booty tees and I don't see any of it anymore. Right, this is why I'm saying it. I don't see anyone selling these.
I do see Night Shred by Simeon Panda still.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
I haven't seen that for years.
Night Shred.
No, so
Night Shred Black now.
Yeah, so I just think that there's not as much of it anymore because not only is the general public more aware of it, online coaches, normal online coaches, not just James Smith, online coaches just call it out. So you just don't see as much of it anymore.
I agree.
Yeah.
Now, the problem I've got with that is that coaches are being so matter of fact that they're not marketing.
Yeah.
They're almost making it borderline boring.
Yeah, you got to be a bit controversial.
And they all sound the fucking same. They're all like, oh, well, you can eat chocolate and you can we get it. But I think that people then aren't looking at marketing that in a way that's attractive. Like they're not thinking about building a product that sells. They're thinking about, how can I say this so no one can call me out? And, you know, how can I say, and the thing that is happening is people are going the other way now, and people are being like, oh, you know, this is this and this is that, and you can't tone. And I'm like, everyone knows what tone means.
Yeah.
Can we all just accept that tone is a thing now?
Yeah, you just a decent word saying just getting lean on my arms.
It's a thing. Like, yeah, but tone has become a thing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can't tone a muscle. I'm like, no, you can't tone a muscle. But we would all agree now. We understand what toning for a person
Yeah,
means.
yeah.
We understand what it looks like. Someone says,
So what would you call it?
I would call it toning.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I
Like,
would. I
still
think it's
tone your arms, can't you?
it's a universally accepted term that people understand what the meaning is. There's very little actual argument about what tone is. Like if
Yeah.
you said like, what does tone up mean to you? They'd be like, oh, you know, like a bit more defined, like not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
really, really shredded, but like, you know,
It was
nicer
something that
shape.
got called out all the time.
Yeah,
though,
but
wasn't
like,
it?
that's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
So that's where I think it's gone too far, is where people are almost being pedantic with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
amount of calling out they're doing. Like, tone's not a thing. I'm like, yeah, but it's a universally understood phrase.
Yeah,
Like, what's the problem? Like the Friday feeling isn't a thing. Like,
yeah.
But people understand what you mean when you say that. Like, it's just it's a slang term.
yeah.
But again, your clients talking slang. They understand slang.
Mm.
And that's going the other way, is like the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The scientist
Yeah,
coach.
the call out.
That don't use normal words because it doesn't sound
Yeah,
fancy
yeah.
enough. So like instead of building muscle, which everyone understands what building muscle is and what it looks like, now it's accruing tissue.
Oh God, I hate that. Did you put something on your Instagram story?
I
about
fucking
it?
can't stand it, mate.
Someone said
Especially
it, yeah.
because like I was a science teacher,
Yeah,
right?
it's a very bodybuilding
So, like,
term, isn't it?
I was a science teacher. I'm all for scientific terms. I know half of these cunts did BTEC science at school. And I know, you know, single award, BTEC science, some of them probably BTEC sport instead of doing PE. It doesn't make you any better
Yeah.
to now go back and start using these words. All it does is confuse people.
Yeah, because you're not talking to other. This is where a lot of people go wrong with their content, is they're trying to talk and impress other coaches. You're talking to your
No, but I've read
audience.
some of it, and it like you wouldn't know because it wouldn't make sense to you anyway. But like I read it and I feel like I'm you.
Oh, yeah,
I read
gobbledygook.
it and I'm like, that doesn't look like
Yeah.
English. Like,
What is that word?
I appreciate the amount of 3-syllable words that you put into that sentence, but like it doesn't actually make literal sense. Like that sentence isn't structured correctly. It just looks like a mishmash of an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 9 of these words aren't in the dictionary. Are you aware of that? Like, you've made these up. I don't care whether your mentor has used that word. Like, that is a made up word. Like, that doesn't fit that description. But, and to be fair, like, I'm not on the veg of science anymore, so they might start using it. But
Yeah.
like I've seen the word metabolic cadence used. I might be wrong on this. To
Yeah,
be
no, it
fair,
could
like
be
I
a
hold my
thing.
hands up if I'm wrong. I did a degree at university as
Yeah,
well.
I
It
have
was
no
based
idea
around
what that
physiology.
means.
I didn't read one paper that said metabolic cadence in it.
Yeah. Is
Like-
cadence is something on the bike, isn't it? It's keeping a certain
I think
pace.
horses use cadence as
So,
well.
so would it be keeping your
I
metabolic
think it's just a word for metabolic
rate.
rate, but like metabolic
Metabolic
rate to
Oh,
me,
yeah,
when
I can
I've read
understand that.
scientific literature on it, like metabolic rate is the accepted term.
cadence?
Cadence, I've never seen it.
Something you hold on a bike. That's what I know cadence as for is you
I
keeping
think
a
they use
pace
it in
at
like
a bike.
music. I get where they've got
Yeah,
it
yeah,
from.
yeah.
I think it's entirely
Yeah,
unnecessary.
it doesn't need to be used.
Yeah.
Cadence used like when you're speaking, like
Yeah, so you can
Yeah,
have like
yeah,
a
it's like
cadence
the
of,
pace,
your
yeah.
speeches. Yeah, it is pace, metabolic rate. I get where
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
got
yeah.
from, but like, why was that necessary?
Yeah, it's
Like, we all knew what
unnecessary.
this one meant.
Yeah.
It doesn't clarify it
No,
anymore.
that's
It makes it
unnecessary.
worse.
Don't use that.
But again, hold my hands up. I might be entirely wrong. Scientific lift, it's been a while since
Should we
I've
put
read
this on a reel and just get a load of shit?
I just want to know whether it's a word, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
let's
Because I've
chuck
seen
it on
some
a
people
reel.
that I actually quite like use it, but
Comment
then I also know that people chat shit.
Comment below. Have we just talked utter shit for 2 minutes?
I might have been wrong.
Let's
I might
see.
be wrong. And you know what? Like, I'm happy to be wrong.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I haven't ever read scientific literature that uses the word metabolic cadence. In 3 years of physiology lectures, I never heard the word metabolic cadence being used. I've taught every module in AQA and EdXL biology from 11 to 16-year-olds. I've actually even taught some A-level biology. I actually taught physics at A-level, but like I've had to cover some biology. Never used it there either.
Yeah, but if some IFBBFF
Well, this is all I'm trying to figure out. All I'm trying to figure out is whether
Where's
that's
it come
changed or from my whole scientific background, I've just missed it.
Yeah.
Or we were just making it fucking complicated for no reason. But yeah.
I don't even know how we got on that.
How did we get
what was
onto
the
that?
point
That went
that
down
we
a rabbit
put on fitness influencers? Yeah, so that was my last one. Have you got one more?
Probably. I would hope so because we agreed to do 5 and I definitely haven't said networking.
Yeah. Okay.
Networking will become extremely important of building relationships and being able to leverage other people into your social media.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people that are cunts. Like, to be truly honest, right? I know people that would love to start a podcast, but no fucker would go on it because the twats. Like, if you want, and this is where, if you want to sit there and you want to rip the industry down from the inside out, you're going to lose a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
You're going to get no affiliates. You're going to have no people that want to be aligned with you or be associated with you other than other bitter cunts. And, you know, that'll be a really weird relationship because you'll all be bitter together. You won't have people that are open to dialogue with you to discuss best practices. You won't have people that are happy to come and set up. You know, the amount of people that like offered to come and be on this podcast is actually really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
everyone wants to be on it.
Well, I won't say everyone.
Well,
but like
everyone who knows about it.
I like to think that like
when we ask someone to come on it,
they generally say
are
yes.
buzzing.
Yeah,
they're buzzing.
I like
for
to
it,
think that I'm quite friendly.
Yeah.
I think that some people find a problem with me, but I think that's because they're looking for one because I generally have no ill feelings towards anyone.
No.
Like I couldn't give a fuck. Without going too deep into my background, like I've dealt with real problems.
Yeah.
Like real situations
Salford
where like
problems.
I'm not from Salford, but yeah, the problems happen in Salford itself from Moston. Well, Failsworth from Moston. I went to school in Moston.
We'll say Failsworth problems.
Oh, they used to be nicer problems than they are now. But like, you know, from where I'm from, like if someone actually didn't like you, like sometimes like you'd have to look over your shoulder. They don't like you, as in like someone's going to jump out of a car and fucking stamp you against the curb. I don't like you. Now on the internet, it's like, I don't like you, so I'm going to make some indirect posts about you. I'm like, I am not arsed. Don't give a fuck. But there's a lot of people like that. I think that the industry will be better off if everyone has open dialogue and we actually just like,
because it's a lonely job.
It's not even that. It's a lonely job. You know what? There's just like not that like. When you get towards the top,
I mean, there's not a lot of face-to-face.
Yeah, no, there's not. But I think that realistically, there's that many people in both industries, right? In the fitness to consumer world, there's this many. Like we're still getting bigger and bigger and bigger as a nation, right? The people are getting more unhealthy. People might be being more woke, but they're not actually implementing it. Like I had this chat with Charlotte when we were in Florida. This is tight, right? But you used to be able to tell which one's the Americans because the Americans used to be really fucking fat. And like now you can only tell because of the shit haircuts that English people have. Like if you've got a skin fade, you're like, they're English. Or they're wearing a man bag. But you used to be able to be like, no, they're probably American. Just because they were massive. But like now you can't tell the difference. Like everyone's getting fat. Yeah. Like you see more fat people than you do like not fat people. I use the word fat like universally, but like you see overweight. More people who, that's probably not fair. You see more people who are overweight than potentially you do people with what would be classed as, by British medical terms, a healthy average weight. Yeah. Right? There's more people than ever to work with. Yeah, everyone's just so interested in like slagging each other off.
I know, yeah.
But it's even worse in the B2B world. So like in the business to fitness coaches, right? We don't say anything about any other people. Yeah. A, we don't need to, and B, I wouldn't give them the attention. I'm better at getting attention than they are, so I wouldn't like to deflect any of my hard work over there. But there's a lot. It's a lot like worse. And you know what? I found like when I was kind of getting my feet into this world, the people that people used to tell me to be wary of are actually the nicest ones. Yeah. Like people, he's a cunt, him. I'm like, and then, they'd be like really successful and be like, he's a cunt. And then when I've met them, I'd be like, they're sound as fuck. Like, you're a cunt. Like,
do you think that's jealousy?
I think it's misunderstanding. Yeah. To be honest, I think it's misunderstanding of like the way you have to be and the things you have to do at those levels. I've been guilty of it. I'd be like, that cunt won't even get on a phone call with you. And now you can't get me on a phone call for love and the money. Like, because it just doesn't work.
Yeah. You do see it in the coaching space. I know when there's like that hierarchy in the gym of the gym floor for a new coach coming onto the gym floor.
Yeah.
There's like that hierarchy of like the coaches that have been there for years, like don't steal my clients and stuff. Or
It is a bit like that.
Yeah.
It is a bit like, you coming and taking my clients. I'm like, well, I'm just taking market share.
Yeah,
the problem
yeah.
is you're not, you've not got a monopoly.
Yeah.
All right. Naturally, there will be people that when I come onto the scene, I'm using your service,
Yeah,
but don't particularly like it.
Yeah.
Then, but you were the best of a bad bunch to them.
Yeah.
Not in general. To that individual, you were the best option that they had at the time compared to the options they had available. Now that there's another option, they might have decided that this is a better option because they weren't overly enthused about the first option in the first place. That's just natural, like with the market. Like that's just how businesses work.
Yeah.
And there's enough differences between everyone that does it for everyone to have their own piece of the market. But like,
and I don't think what a lot of people don't understand is how new this industry actually is.
Oh no, it's tiny. But I think that's what people got used to.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
people got used to like being a big fish in a small pond,
Yeah.
or being actually a rather small fish.
Yeah, because there
in a
wasn't
smallish
a
pond.
lot like 5 or 6 years
and that's
ago.
it.
Yeah.
They got used to like being one of a few people.
Yeah.
Therefore, people not having a lot of choice. Therefore, being able to do things a certain way without anyone else having an alternative.
Yeah, but you look at how many qualified personal trainers there were 5 years ago compared to now.
Yeah, but also look at how many online coaches there are compared to now. It's like, it's a standard career path.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. That's all I wanted, right? When I used to like, this is like going back to like when I was like used to go out a lot. But when I was like 22, 23 and like you'd go out and people would be like, oh, what do you do for work? And I'd be like, oh, I'm a science teacher. They'd be like, no fucking way. No way you're a science teacher. I'm like, yeah, physics teacher. And they'd be like, nah, I don't believe you. And I'd like have to get my school card out. And I'd be like, look, I've got some school. Oh,
Taking your school card out. Did you?
No, it was just in your wallet, weren't it? You definitely had a spare one for nights out, so I didn't lose my actual card to get in. No, but then when you go like, I know obviously because I was fairly in shape and stuff like that. Like, and then when I left to start personal training, you'd have exact same vacation. You'd be like, what you doing? You'd be like, I'm a personal trainer. You'd be like, oh, all right. Like that's generally the reaction you'd get. Like, oh, okay.
It was a weird thing getting into PT back then.
And like my mum like literally had a breakdown when I said I was leaving teaching to be a personal trainer. My dad kind of understands having your own business because he'd had his own business. So like he kind of got it. But my mum was like, you're leaving a pension, you're stupid. You're leaving a pension, you're leaving this, you're leaving security. Then I snapped both my legs and she didn't say I told you so.
Yeah,
but I could see it in her eyes.
It was not
It's not a very well-respected profession.
It was not. I think it's different now, but it was not.
I still don't think it's that. I think it's improving.
It was not a cool job.
I think it's improving.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like some people are now actually coming out of university going like, I want to be an online coach.
Oh,
and
yeah.
not because they just want to live the life in sweatpants in a
No,
gym.
because they see how
because it's a good profession that you can make a great living in.
Yeah.
And like I'd like to think over the past kind of 12 to 18 months we've made some minor impact on it.
No, massive impact.
That's all I really want for the industry. Like realistically, like
well, look at how many
for good coaches, what I want is for when people say I want to be a personal trainer or I want to be an online coach, a good one, I want people to go, oh, fucking hell, you know what? Like, it's a really decent job, that. That's what I want. Not for people to go, all right, so you're trying to shag birds and go to Malia every year. You're basically like a club 18 to 30 rep who works in the gym in the winter. Yeah, like, because that was the common thought about then. Like, all you were doing, you're being a personal trainer because you bang gym and you want to smash birds. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've never done
hand
that.
on heart.
Never done that, Rebecca.
No, I'm genuinely like, I always made a thing of it because that's what people used to roll their eyes about.
What's that? Don't shit on you.
Don't shit put your dick in your wallet.
Oh, right.
Don't put your dick in your wallet.
Wow.
No, but I always made a point of it because when I first went to personal trainer, like everyone's reaction was, oh, right, you're just doing it because you want to bang gym and like chat to all the birds. And I'm like, no, I'm actually really keen on like physiology. Yeah. Like, fuck off, dickhead. But like, that's all I genuinely would want. Like we have some like really cool clients that like, you know, have come out of university and then like come into a job that's like 100 grand a year, 150 grand a year. Some of them have done more.
You name me a job where you can come out of uni.
But it's
and
not
get
even that.
straight into
It's just like the life that facilitates for them. Like they now like, I won't name his name because he'd be dead embarrassed, but like one of my clients said that like he doesn't look forward to conversations that the friends have about their jobs because he feels bad for them. Because they're like, oh, I've got a pay rise to 40 grand this year. And he's like, clear that in 2 months.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like a condescending thing. It's like, he doesn't want to be like, oh, and you spent 7 years at university getting a medical degree and I'm whacking 150 grand a year out.
Yeah.
Like, he actually actively avoids those conversations because he doesn't want people to ask. Like Lewis, for example, like one of our mates' ex-boyfriends now was a mortgage advisor, and he wouldn't believe how much like money that.
Lewis is.
He wouldn't have it.
Yeah,
he literally wouldn't have it. He's like, you're a personal trainer, and Lewis is like, I'm aware.
He's told me
this
story.
You don't make that much money, and he's like,
didn't he have to get his bank details out to show him?
I think Lewis probably would have banged him out before he got his bank details out, but like he, I think he wanted to. Like Lewis is a changed man after the heart operation. Like Lewis would have fucking been kicking that kid's head against a chip shop window like the Lewis that I used to know. He was the first one that used to bowl into a group of people, like just windmilling. And now he's like fragile as shit. Must be difficult for him to be fair. 'Cause he was Andy as fuck, Lewis. Like really was. Now he's a shell of his former self.
We'll get a reel for that.
I know. Don't put that in. That'll really hurt him.
Yeah.
But like, I forgot where I was. He wouldn't believe it. Like he wouldn't have it. The kid was like not having it. He was like, you don't earn that much money. And Lewis was like, bank statement. And the guy was like, oh yeah, it's like one good month though. And he's like,
yeah.
And like,
there's not many jobs or businesses.
But it's not even that. Like it's just, you know, when you say I'm a business owner, I want people to feel like the business owners.
Yeah.
I want people to actually be business owners, not just like have jobs in the spare room.
Yeah.
Like, I want them to have businesses that they own. So when you say I own a personal training business, not I'm a personal trainer.
PT,
not that there's anything wrong with being a PT,
but they're not.
I want to facilitate that movement from being a PT to having a personal training business, owning a company, because that for me was fucking exciting. Like that's the bit that I enjoyed the most is the company growth. And like, that's what, I think we could do a better job of that if everyone didn't hate each other.
Yeah.
The Americans don't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah.
Like every time I speak to someone high up in like American company, they don't care. Yeah. And I asked about it. Oh yeah, he's a great guy. Like we actually I give him some clients and I've had some of his clients and like, you know, I've got a couple of mates that like I speak to I say mates, like they're not my best mates, but like a couple of other people that run like fitness mentoring businesses that I speak to quite regularly that I'll have like, you know, lengthy chats like about what we're doing and what they're doing and stuff like that. Just think there's far too much bitterness, but I think that, you know, that will bite people in the arse eventually.
Yeah.
Because you will want to have good connections and you will want to be able to leverage those. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, right? But I'd like to think that I could chat my way into the room with them. Yeah. Like through like a couple of friends, like back doing this. Like I've met some really fucking cool people in my life already because of connections with mates and like, oh, you know X person and oh yeah, they said you were sound, come here, let's do this, let's go there. Like, I obviously don't want to name drop, but it'd be people that like mainstream, like people that people know. And it's because I like to be friendly to people. Yeah. Like I'm quite outgoing.
Gets you a long way, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I think that will end up biting people in the arse because the people that are outgoing and the people that do collaborate and the people that are happy to, you know, spend 5 minutes and not tear someone down. And even if they don't agree with them, like I can disagree with a fucking load of shit that people say, but I don't actually care.
Yeah.
I might, the marketing might look like it, but personally, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, as long as you're not robbing my house or like stealing money from me or like fucking letting me tires down on my car, like I don't care what people say.
Yeah.
I care what people do.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, like, you know, I think that will either benefit people that make good connections, that know loads of people in the industry will be able to leverage them really, really well. And that will be something that will thrive. And people that don't and people that hide themselves away in the corner and call everyone else a cunt and a dickhead, and we're the only people that do a good job, I think will eventually just end up dying because the attention, like negativity and like being a twat will always get some attention, but it'll get attention from the wrong people.
Yeah, definitely.
It gets attention from the bottom of the barrel people that
the
like
people that are negative
that feed
themselves.
off that negativity. So you can have them anyway.
Yeah.
Because you'll never build a big business with people like that. Yeah. And I think that will be a good balance.
100%. So I think that's a good way to
that's gone on well long anyway. If you stayed with us.
That was a deep one,
if you
wasn't
stayed with us, like fair play to you because I feel like that's going to be rough to listen to. Personally.
No, it's good. We covered some good stuff.
Was it a 90
that
minute
was
podcast?
a big one, that wasn't it?
Shit.
Wow.
If you stayed with us for 90 minutes,
Sound.
drop me a message saying 90
Yeah.
on Instagram and I'll send you some free shit
Yeah, do it.
just for the sake of it. Or if I ever see you, I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah,
Or
love
something along those lines. Message, if you see me, say, I listened to you for 90 minutes. Or if you've got to the end of this on Instagram, I listened to you for 90 minutes. I will make sure that it's not my team that answer the message. I will pick up the message and I'll say, listen.
Yeah, they won't have a clue what you're talking about
and
either.
I'll say, listen, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
What do you want from me? And I'll do my best to facilitate it.
Can we jump on a 15-minute call? Can we say it?
Depends how many. If I've got the time.
Right, the first 5.
If you want that.
The first 5.
I can do it for the first 5.
Right, we'll do it for the first 5. There you go. Do it. That will be the most
not
valuable
live, is it?
15 minutes you will ever have. So do it.
Because I've wasted 90 minutes of your time. I'm gonna give you 15 minutes back.
Sound right.